Hello everyone, so today I'm going to show you how to make this scrunchy headband. I'm sure you've seen this headband, but I've made mine without the Alice band. I've been trying to figure out how to do this finally, but you have to do a little dance before you do your sewing. So what you're going to need a tape measure, chalk, safety pin, some pins, peg, scissors, and also you're going to need two different types of elastic. The first one is the skinny one, which is about 1/2 inch wide and 13-inch long, and then you need the 1-inch wide one and 6 inches long. And for the fabric, you're going to need fabric which measures 15 inches long and 3 inches wide, and the other fabric which is 60 inches long and 7 inches wide. Well, you can make it between 40 to 80 inches. It depends how much ruffles, but I think if you're making it for children, about 40-50 inches should be fine. But I prefer the 60-inch look because it gives it more gathers. So first you're going to measure, after folding, you're going to measure 1/2 inch inwards like so. And then you're going to measure from the edge downwards. You're going to measure in 4 inch, and then what you're going to do is connect the dots. So you connect your markings because we're going to cut that bit off. Like so, you cut that bit off. I'm just going to make it nice and neat. Now what we're going to do, we're going to sew lengthways. So I'm just clipping. You can use a pin for this part, but I prefer to use the clips because those pins are dangerous. Anyway, so I'm just going to clip that and then sew along that way. You leave the ends open, and then I'll do the same, sew lengthwise for the smaller fabric as well, and you leave the ends open because we're going to turn it inside out. Turn it inside out for both fabrics, you know, the right side out. And what we're going to do is insert our elastics. So you need a safety pin to insert the elastic. So I'm grabbing the 6-inch elastic and I'm going to insert it into the smaller fabric. And just be careful when you're inserting your elastic not to let the other end escape, because we need to sew it down to the fabric. So just make sure you don't let it escape, because if it does, you have to start all over again. So what you do is pin it down. And then continue. Take it out at the other end and also pin the other end down as well, because we're going to sew it. Yeah, I'm going to sew the end. We're going to do a little zigzag stitch just to hold it in place. So pin that down, leave it to one side, and then we'll move on to the longer fabric. We're going to move on to the longer fabric, which we'll be using the 13-inch elastic for. So same thing, safety pin, push it through. Remember, don't let the elastic escape because you have to start all over again. So just pin that down. And then continue all the way through. So we're going to sew both ends. We're just going to like do a little zigzag stitch just to hold the elastic in place. Really, it's a tiny zigzag stitch. And little madam is showing a little appearance. She wants to be in the video by force, and there you have it. The zigzag stitches are there. So just trim off any excess fabric or any excess thread, just to make it nice and neat. And now what we're going to do is attach this small fabric to the bigger fabric. So make sure the seam is facing outwards, and the other one is also the right. Make sure the right sides are facing each other. So we're going to sew it down like that, and then fold the edges in. Fold it in, and what we're going to do is just use a clip or pin to hold that down, because we'll be sewing that later. And we'll go to the other end and do the same for the other end. Make sure the right sides are facing each other. So the seam is facing outwards and the other seam is facing outwards as well. And then fold the edges in like you did the first. Clip it down, and we're going to take that to the sewing machine. So yeah, sew both ends, and we're nearly there, guys. There you go. Sew both ends, cut off any excess fabric or threads as usual, and yeah, we're almost done. Just cleaning, doing some cleanups. Then all you need to do is just pull the, I'll just show you that again. Just pull, and there you have it. That rough edge is hiding under there, and then do the same for the other. Just pull it, and yeah, there you go. And we have a headband. I really like this color, and I've made it in different fabrics. So I made an Ankara fabric, some Guinea fabric. So yeah, so go and have fun and make it, try it, and hopefully you like it as much as I do. Take care.